Today is April 22nd. It's about 1:15 in the afternoon, and it's not even 70 degrees. I think it's right around 68 degrees. We might hit 70 something today, but just barely. We've had a ton of windy days, just a ton. And because of that, I moved all of my plants that I started from seeds into the garage, and we kept them under grow lights, and they had all been hardened off already. I'd had them out on my patio, but I feel like now I got to kind of start over. I want to get them planted this weekend. We're supposed to have like 3 or 4 days of beautiful weather where it's not too hot, not supposed to be windy, and I can get everything into the ground. So my plan is to do that. But I will show what we've been doing since we can't plant a lot of things or the weather wasn't cooperating. I took this canis and I got rid of the dead stuff that was in it. This one had some water issues, so my husband fixed that, and then I planted up the bulbs in there. I think they'll do fine. I think they'll come back. We worked on patching our stucco, so I have another coat I want to do on that, and then we're going to paint it. And I've been pretty happy with what we've done so far. So anyway, that's been going on, and it takes quite a while because I got to get underneath the cooler in order to do it. My husband got water to these. It's elephant ears right now, and I'm going to add the ginger to it eventually. I cleaned up some of the leaves that were over here a little bit. We're going to put this pot here, and that was just a placement thing right now. The Italian cypress are still looking good. You can see we're actually supposed to be over the wind, so this ain't a good sign. But that's what's happening to our pomegranates. My stock and my calendulas are doing well over here. Same there. This has got a lot of new growth. This is Pittosporum. I pulled the mum out of that pot. Ooh, that pot's got the ring broken on it. I want to put something in these 3 pots that are more uniform and formal. So, haven't done that yet. And this is what we brought out of the garage. So this was just in the house. This is my dahlias that I grew from seed. So I wanted to get them outside for a little bit. And then you can see all the plants. This is my ginger I'm going to plant. It looks pretty sad right now. This was so neat. I went to a plant swap and I got my strawberries, so I'm going to get those planted. And then we bought a couple of Fresno peppers that are over in here too. And what else did I buy? Oh, I got another thing at these people were it's our community garden that I went to this plant swap. Oh, that smells awesome. They gave me a pineapple sage too. Oh, that does smell so divine. I like that. And morning glories. So I got I had intended to donate and not bring anything home. But I was really pleased that I got some strawberries and that pineapple sage and the morning glories. And then they gave me 2 bags of kale, freshly picked that morning. So that's pretty cool. So here's all the little baby plants. And one of the things that I am so into now is moisture meters. I truly believe in them. I have been overwatering my plants, which was causing them to be like this really light colored green, and I was just overdoing it. And as a result, I had yellowing and all sorts of stuff. So now I go out and actually stick the moisture meter in, and I'm surprised at how accurate it is. It's teaching me. It's really teaching me. I'm loving it. So I will continue to use a moisture meter. I always thought sticking my finger in the soil, I could tell, but I'm now finding out I can't. And these all look dry, but they have moisture on the bottom of them. And so just because they look dry on top doesn't necessarily mean that they're not wet underneath. And I found that out the hard way. When I was putting my tomatoes in the garden, they were sopping wet. So I could tell I'd overdone it. All of these plants in here, I got these from American Meadows. These are my purple fountain grass. I got some sedum, a couple of those. What are they called? I have to look. Dragon's blood. I'm really into sedum all of a sudden. This is Texas sage. This is sedum. It's gold sedum. So I just bought that at Home Depot this morning, and I got me some dwarf mondo grass, and I'm going to intersperse these two because I like the dark green and the light yellow combination. So I'm going to put those together. Anyway, there's my peppers. They're not particularly fond of this wind either. I'll walk around the area here. All the armarias, I'm going to get those positioned to go in these beds. You can see that the lantenna's gotten some green on it. I think this is fine too. That one back there didn't do anything. I'm going to pull that marigold out of there. My primrose is looking beat, and there's a reason for it. Oh, look there's like pests on it. I got to get that taken care of. I don't even know what those are. Worms of some sort? Okay. I think I'm going to put the mondo grass and the sedum over in this area where the sago is. I think it'll be really pretty. I have been harvesting a ton of cilantro. I made cilantro ice cubes yesterday. Here's my globe thistle. This one's still the leader. I think my little homes that I made for these, because of the wind, was perfect. They like being enclosed and not having that wind beat on them. This one, those are the cypress vines. And then I've got some zucchini in here. What I intend to do is everything I plant is going to get staked really well and wrapped so that I don't have to worry about the wind so much, the elements. So my husband put the water in here. I don't know if I'd even talked about that before. I saw it on a video where I went, oh, he did the water. He got my blueberries back there with some water on them too. I took the aronia berries that I had in these fabric pots, not this one because this is trees that grew in there, but the other two, and I donated those to the community garden, so they have a new home. I harvested my strawberries, and then I'll show. These are not being affected by the wind, so that's awesome. I'm also finding out that my roly-poly bugs are what's eating my seeds. So everywhere that I had seeds planted, nothing's coming up except for this little cucamelon here. And so what I would imagine is that and I know there's a lot of roly-poly bugs in here. They're eating my seeds. Oh, look, and I got so many more strawberries. Those are tiny. These are the big ones, and I think these are Temptations. So I am growing some more from seed, and hopefully they were tasty. I liked them. I want to get all of my pots planted up soon. Here's my tower. You can tell that it's overflowing with lettuce, and my nasturtiums are still alive, but this is taking a killing from the wind. It's just not a great environment. Even my eggplant here is not liking the weather. And so this is the other bed, and I've got some cosmos growing in here. And then these are the tomatoes that can take a little of the night's chill or whatever. Muscovich and 4th of July. So they're like early tomatoes. And I've got some moneymaker tomatoes that I want to put in here when they come up from the seeds. I have been trying to keep this area free from dirt, blowing dirt, but it's hard. Okay, these are my tree lettuce, and some of them are starting to come back, which is cool. I took the peppers out of this bed because I'm going to have Fresnos now and some other peppers to put in there. Here's my sorrel, and you can see my walking onions are taking a hit. So are my other onions. Those are little onions that can't handle the wind either. So basically this week we've had to work on projects that are more hardscape or something of that sort, but I'm hoping we get to planting this. It looks like we're going to have at least 4 days of weather where we can do some planting, and as long as I get my plants situated correctly, I'll show these. Oh, there's a weed that's taken over one of them. And I'll show the bougainvillea starting to come alive. Anyway, if we get everything situated just right when we get it planted, we should be okay. But it's going to be one of these things where I've got to really consider the elements when I plant. I think I have some petunia right here. I do. I have a petunia coming up right there. So that's going to be fun too. And then this one's still going even though the wind's bad. That's my garden diary. Today is the 18th of April, and this is what I picked. Most of the strawberries, there's still some out there, are these like little tiny things, and they're kind of mushy and not really sweet. So I also have pests getting in and eating some of them, so I picked what I could before they got them, but these are a good size. I'm really surprised. I wish I'd have remembered what variety of strawberries these were, because I would like more.